In Decatur, he is someone very close to us that the community loves. He is an asset to our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, the police took away someone who brings value to this community. He is a good family man. He is a good friend, a husband, a brother, a Christian man. And so we're out here to represent him because it's about Steve. We woke up today, we here today. His life was stolen from us. And it's not right, we're not having it. No justice, no peace.
What led up to Perkins essentially being shot?
You know, what led up to it, you know, we don't know, but the speculation of, you know, a repossession, I could see people putting that being a descendant of slavery. Police are there to protect wealth. So our community, our ethnicity doesn't have that much wealth. So I see it as a plausible narrative that, you know, you would come and start taking things from a black man who hasn't paid. But there are proper ways to do. There's protocol, and there are also de-escalation tactics that should have been used while they were in there with Mr. Perkins.
Well, my interpretation was an ambush. I mean, a total miscarriage of justice. Should not have never even happened. If the police pull up and get out the car, go knock on the door. We don't even have this interview.
Oh shit, they think we got drugs.
You hear me? This never even happened.
And so, in the video, people are saying that there is a flashlight. He was holding a flashlight. Some are saying that it was a gun. If it was a gun, if it was a flashlight, do you still think that what happened to Steve should have happened?
Listen to me. If there was a threat for danger, the guy that came across the street, he'd have shot him. Okay? He turned toward the guy. The guy saying police. Y'all, he's shooting while he's saying police.
He said get down.
You say get down. He's shooting then, and he's overkill. Like he's shooting a deer or something. Just. I mean, come on.
You can't even count the shots.
Yeah, you can't even count the shots. And this is a civil matter. This is a matter on a repo. This ain't a drug bust. He don't got fentanyl.
So why would they drag around?
So yeah, why? I mean, come on. This is totally unnecessary, y'all. It's unacceptable. Ain't nothing you can tell me to justify this at all.
Absolutely. And so we're wanting this body camera footage to see what led up to this, to see why all those guys.
Absolutely, but see, we want that body camera, but the real body camera we want is the conversation between the driver and the police. Because there's a relationship somewhere. Because they used him to lower him out the house. They use a civilian in police work. Listen to what I'm telling you now. So the relationship between the police and the driver, that's what you need. That's what you need the body cam on.
We need a call.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're trying to ask for calls.
Did anybody confirm a 911 call?
Well, listen to me, y'all. I don't know if one confirmed a 911 call, but listen to me, y'all. The 911 call is all right, but you need the footage of the police talking to the driver. When he came into him and said, hey, I'm trying to repo this car and this guy got a gun, da-da-da-da. Because see, then the protocol, the police officer went back to the house without the driver, knocked on the door. Hey, Steve, how you doing, man? Listen to me. The guy said you drew a gun, da-da-da-da. Well, here's the deal. It's a civil matter in the morning, okay? That's protocol. That's what should have happened. We would not even be having this conversation. Let me tell y'all something. Every police department has a motto, and it's universal, all over the world. They want to go home when the shift is over. Well, let me tell you something. Everybody went home except the man that was at home.
All right, guys, those were sounds from the ground at the first protest for Stephen Perkins. That's a hometown guy, man. There's no way that we're not going to report on it a little bit. Stephen Perkins, 39, was killed by police September 29th in Decatur in a confrontation that began with a tow truck driver trying to repossess Perkins' truck. The driver reported that Perkins flashed a gun, so officers accompanied the driver when he went back to the home, police said. Decatur police said Perkins turned the gun towards one of the officers and they shot him. The Alabama law enforcement agency, ALEA, said Perkins had a handgun with a light on it. I don't know if you guys seen any other footage, but right here, hometown Decatur, Alabama, we feel he was ambushed. We seen all the footage. We seen synced footage with two videos on top of each other, one with sound, both synced. Just looks like a clean-cut ambush. He had no time to turn. As soon as they said, put your gun down, he was startled. You know, no police lights. As soon as he walks out of his home. What did you think about that, baby?
They didn't say put your gun down. They didn't say put your gun down. The video that I saw said police get on the ground before they can finish the sentence getting out their mouth or the word ground getting out their mouth. They were already firing. Definitely ambushed, whether he had a gun or not. Ambush, killed, murder in his front yard. However, I don't believe he had a gun. The reason I don't believe he had a gun because the news said, when you read, up under the CNN article or any other news article, all of them say the same thing, that the police told them that he came out, threatened the tow truck driver with a gun, which
False.
Came out as a lie, because when you watch the video, all he comes out, you can hear him saying,
Put my truck
down. It doesn't look like he has a gun. It looks like he has a flashlight. So that was a lie. Then they came and said, the article also says that they asked him to drop his weapon or to lower his weapon, and that he refused, which was a lie. Clearly, you can hear them say, police get on the ground, and before they finish the word ground, again, they were already shooting. So if they lie like that with the news, to cover themselves, to me it sounds like they lied to cover themselves. If they lie once, they'll lie again. They came out with the first story, said, yeah, he pulled out a gun on an officer, turned it towards the officer, and that's why the officer brandished his gun and started shooting. And then once the first video came out, they changed it and said, oh, it was a gun with a flashlight. So it just seems like they're trying to cover up. Right is right, wrong is wrong. The police was wrong. They could have announced themselves. They could have knocked on their door. I mean, even the recent call recently, they say it was a 911 call, but it wasn't. It was the police letting the dispatcher know that he's about to go to these people's house, which was all fishy. So it wasn't even a real 911 call that they played on the news.
Yeah, they reported it as a official 911 call from the tow truck driver to the 911 caller.
But it didn't even sound like it.
No,
it sounded fishy. Why was the policeman already on the street when he called him? I just rolled by. Why is you riding by this street? This is a nice, decent neighborhood. We're not talking about a thug. We're not talking about a dope dealer. We're talking about an upstanding, good guy, husband, church going, work, gym, good person. They stay in a decent neighborhood where the police is not just riding through. We got some neighborhoods in Decatur where they constantly ride around, but that was not one of them. And it's just all fishy. I didn't like a lot of the way Decatur government, mayor, Alabama government, governor, and the mayor. I don't like how none of it is being handled, because it's all coming off as a cover-up, or trying to make it look like, oh, well, he had a gun, so that's why they shot and killed him. But no, nobody should get killed, because first of all, Ivy passed a law. Well, you can have a gun. Is it not legal to carry a gun without? And he was at home. A simple knock on the door would have kept that man alive. So no, I'm not going for it. I feel that they're full of it, and some justice needs to be done. I think that it took for us to even get the call, that little piece of call they gave us on the news. It took us to rally 3 to 4 days for the attorney to come in, that the family got outside the state to come in, say what he had to say, for us to even get a statement from Aaliyah, for us to get a piece of a call. So it's a lot of BS. It's just a lot of BS. I'm not with it, and they full of it, and they're trying to discredit the attorney. They found, can I say that real quick? They found out of everything, one word out of the statement that the lawyer made is what he said: burn down, go in the streets and burn things down, or burn, however he said it. But we knew it was a metaphor. We know that he didn't really tell us to burn down, which he made a statement later saying that. But our mayor literally took that, him and the chief of the police, and gonna say, oh, we're so scared. Out of all the things that he said, why hasn't an officer been arrested? Why hasn't it been over a week and we still don't know the officers' names or no body cam or nothing has been done? Everything has just been the same upgoing like y'all trying to cover up. Why they didn't address nothing else that the attorney said? Why did they point out the one thing that they can just manipulate and try to discredit him and say, oh, we were scared because we're a peaceful town and we don't want nobody burning, like any of the protesters have been disruptive or anything like that? It hasn't. We've been very peaceful protesting. So I think they full of it. And it sickens my stomach to see how they're trying to cover this up and really lie to get away with it. The fact that the officer is still suspended with pay, I'm pretty sure of it, but he's suspended, not fired, and it's only the one. It's just wrong.
Wow. The statement made by Tab Bowling, there was a derogatory towards the comments made by the lawyer. I think it's NAACP lawyer. It kind of made me change my view on Tab. I didn't see Tab pull up anywhere. With the first protest, he was of course he had to be in the building, because he's the mayor. So I understand that, but I haven't seen Tab. He always played a political game. He's always in our churches to make sure he gets our vote. Guys, let's make sure our votes count next time, guys. We'll definitely be making sure that we're putting our vote in. The body cam, I think the state of Alabama has a law that they can determine whether to use the body camera or not. That law needs to be overturned, or that whatever that is. I could definitely be talking right out the side of my neck right now, guys, but I really don't mind right now. Because if they don't have any body cam footage, but they got a body cam, why can't we have access to the footage? Or why didn't you have the body cam on in the first place?
They had it on.
It sounds like a buddy situation. It sounds like a tow truck driver knew somebody on the force, because we didn't hear a 911 call. We heard dispatch corresponding with each other, okay?
We don't know all the political terms or the right verbiage to use, but what we do know is that we need a change here in Decatur, Alabama, when it comes to those who we have given the power to. Let's not forget that Alabama is a southern state, which means, there's still a lot of racism going on even in 2023, clearly.
And there's a lot of cap going on from our elected officials. The elected officials cap right in your face. And what I mean, if anybody wants correct English, faking it, pretending in our face one way and behind our back, that they got their initiative completed. So that there's no need to deal with us any longer. Give us a scratch on the back here, and I'm talking about specifically the black community. Give us a scratch on the back there, they'll be okay. No real change. The way that they've been policing the boys right now, the last, I'll say, couple of years, I think it's been a change up there at the police department. And it's been pretty horrible the way they've been policing the boys.
I'm disappointed in the chief. I'm disappointed in the mayor. I'm disappointed in the governor. I'm also disappointed in Aaliyah as well, Alabama law enforcement agency, because nothing about this is going swift. Okay, if it was your kids, it would definitely be an indictment or a swift arrest. I mean, this is clean-cut murder. Right.
No police lights were on, guys. No police lights were on. Where do they do that at? This is crazy. No police lights. A simple knock on the door, Mr. Perkins, what's going on? We here to assist him in this civil matter so he can pick your truck up peacefully. They said you you brandished a weapon. If this was so, okay, that's really easy, clean cut.
It's just sad that, like I said, it's right or wrong, and those officers that was there, they know what was done and what really happened. And the fact that if you can go home and sleep with yourself without it bothering you that you took an innocent life and it could have been prevented. And what really bothers me is that had the neighbors never released the footage that we were able to see, we will still be just looking at the news in disbelief, like me and my husband was. Like, Steve did what? He pulled a gun out on a policeman. When we first saw the article Friday morning when we got up, and when you told me, and I finally looked at it on Friday, it was like, that don't even make sense. Like, we don't know him just like personally. He been to our house, but Decatur is very small. You can look up the population. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. We come in crossing, passing. I do remember him from my childhood church at Davis Temple. You know, that's what his family went to. That's where I first met him. Everybody who have any type of contact with him knows that that's not him. So had they never released that footage, they would have just went with that false narrative saying, hey, we asked him to put down the weapon and he refused to, and that's why. And when the video dropped, it clearly showed he didn't even have a fighting chance. Like y'all said, get on the ground. He didn't get a chance to get on the ground. They were shooting, and not only did they shoot one time, they shot. You count 18 shots. It's sad that they're okay with this. It's sad that the government sitting back and our mayors are sitting back and they're like he said, my husband said, they're scratching our back, and then to sit back a little bit. Like, how can you not care? How can you not have any sympathy? How can you not understand why our community is so upset? Because if you let these officers get away with killing this innocent man, Lord knows what do we expect for our younger black males, my sons.
I have 3 sons, okay? And I don't want these guys to get away with this because, like she just said, we don't know what'll happen the next time or who it'll be the next time, because this guy's an upstanding citizen. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I just want them to, really consider and try to reach out. I think they're asking people to email Aaliyah. They finally gave their email address. Email them, let them know we want justice. And that's
Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Justice for Steve. And we want Mac Bailey Marquette arrested. Yeah, that's the guy who we think it is. Yeah, this is allegedly. Mac Bailey Marquette, we want him arrested right now.
Well, they won't even release who he is, but if that's him...
We just released who he is, and that's major.